Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Satideh Mawnin runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Mawnin runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. it's Satideh Mawnin runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Mawnin runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive. Ready for real talk and powerful conversations? Then subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube, where culture meets commentary and the diaspora speaks loud and clear. Don't just scroll. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and tap the bell so you never miss a moment. From laughter to legacy, it's all happening here. Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. Hey Trelawney, it's Lady D, reaching you straight from New York with love. Catch me every week on Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Duncan, Trelawney, Jamaica. It's Voices with the Lady D on Linkage Radio, streaming live on YouTube. Join me Monday for the Monday Drive from 5 to 7 p.m. and Friday for Center Stage from 5 to 7 p.m. And me just want to know, who under the mango tree with them iPhone, iPad, and transistor radio? Because trust me, you can't afford to miss the show. Music, vibes, and real talk every time. Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. Stay locked in. Trelawney, me love you no bad.
If you could live your life all over again, what would you do differently? That's the topic on Satideh Mawnin runnings this Saturday, November 15 at 10 o'clock. Listen, sometimes you just have to look on the journey and understand how to move forward stronger. A time to reflect, laugh, heal, and a time to talk through, right? So grab your coffee and your cerasee tea and you plate of ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling, and come make we chill and chat. Jump in the live chat, drop your thoughts, invite your friends, and let's just have one good big discussion as a big family. What would you do differently if you should live your life all over again? Come, let's chat. How to say? Well,
Manning,
Look on the shirts, no man.
let me say,
Good morning.
I see a voluminous,
That's what she was up to.
voluminous
She went,
one hairstyle just licked me. I'm like, oh Lord, such bounce.
not really.
it's
No.
fun and fabulous.
Hello. Oh, good morning, ladies. How do you do? It's another Saturday. Pinch yourself. We're there. We're there.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes, we're here.
Still trying to wake up.
As usual.
Morning.
We there.
After we reached home 2:30 this morning.
Oh Lord.
Oh, so
Okay.
you're just well. It's been a little while.
Yes.
I know.
So how everybody doing?
Hearty, I'm hearty.
Of course.
As Granny would say, when you go out with your granny, like my granny, me I did her handbag. So when she go anywhere, she remind me, say, when you go out the road, I always stop and Miss Vi. And she said, how you must say, me hearty, mom.
Yes.
I know that expression.
Yes, oh, me hearty.
Yeah. So Max, what you said today, you know?
I am fine and fabulous and feel very pretty.
Sure.
Hey.
Listen, we can't manage waxing, man.
when we have new birthday, them something are going, you know.
I
Yes.
can't manage it.
We have to
I
exude
feel very young at heart and mentally.
wonderful.
But sometimes it needs an incorporate.
Oh God.
Well, we have to be honest. We have to be honest. Yes, we have to be honest.
Yes.
Yes, man. So Jack, how are you?
I and the I is not AI.
Wonderful. All right. Yes. There you have it. So nobody can say they saw you.
Oh
They saw
Lord.
you yesterday. And
Even though I'm sleeping at, Max didn't realize me sleeping at a dress.
You
So
still
people
look
know
good.
it is I and not AI.
You didn't go to your bed with no enhanced features.
Where is our producer? I haven't seen producer in a while.
Is here, man. TV on, laptop over there, and he went in. So he will be
He's
out.
producing.
Look who come to class early today. Good morning.
Oh, who first? Oh, wow.
Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. Good morning, King.
Oh, Ryan.
Good
Good
to see
morning,
you.
King.
Ryan.
For those of you who are on and you have not actually come into the YouTube space so we can see you to say hi, please type, morning to it because I'm seeing you. So a very pleasant good morning to everyone. So me, all right. Looking forward so much more for myself, for husband, for this, for that, and looking forward to Thanksgiving. We give thanks every day, but it on the people them calendar, so we're gonna big it up. So, right. So looking forward to that, and we have so much to be thankful for. And I am not going to wallow in nothing.
Yeah, very important.
I am not wallowing in anything. I see how people's lives have been disrupted. We have been talking about it, and I can still come in morning, go out, evening, come back, eat food, open fridge, watch TV, and choose where you want. I have no complaints. The things that we
Yeah.
are working through, we will work through them. We're not all of the same mindset, so I'm very aware of that. But
Mhm.
yours truly know that she have enough to be thankful for.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So that is my mantra in the morning. Yeah. We'd like to welcome you to the show. Jax, so let's go here now. Wow, beautiful ladies, and look fabulous and well loved. Sure. Hold up on
Oh,
your hand if
Thank
you
you.
well
Thanks,
loved.
you. Thanks,
Let me
you,
go,
brother
let me go for
Green.
the
Thanks.
tambourine for knock.
Yes, yes.
pick up yourself.
So we want to say big ups to co-producer. And King says, has as for Jack, so you look so hot like you're going to beach.
Like in fireside, right? Like a
She live a
20.
beach land. She lives in the beach land, so that's
All
fine.
right. Let me mash up this conversation right here now, Mr. Producer. Remember, said the whole on here so married. Me don't have a man yet.
All
So
right.
Okay.
therefore, I have to be, I have to look fabulous.
Of
Because
course,
you
why
say
not?
2026 is coming and something can happen.
That's
That's
right.
all.
Yes,
Mhm.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. So
I
we're going
agree.
to wave and
Yes,
I
yes,
agree.
yes.
yes.
Yes, the hand tambourine. So here Ryan is saying, so Max, I love the eye price.
You like
Glasses.
the eye price
Must see the
on my
glasses.
glasses?
Oh, you
Okay.
changing
Thank
you
you, my
changing
dear.
glasses, Max?
No, it's the same one, but then I look. This was changed a few months ago. Well, I've had it
I guess
more than
Ryan
three
is just
months.
noticing.
Yes.
I've had it more than 3 months. So Ryan just kind of late. But thanks for the compliment. I
Then
appreciate
he
love that.
says, now, as for madam, you know who that.
Mhm,
Love the
mhm.
hair. Sure.
Love the hair.
Well, thank
The
you.
hair a
Thank
ball out.
You're
My
here.
sister Jackie is topless. Well,
Morning, Sister Marissa. I just love when you're here. How you do? How you do? Morning. Hey, Richie.
one day we're just gonna have to come in evening dress in sequins and
I
sparkles.
wait. No, hear
Yes,
that.
we will have to go out to dinner somewhere.
Yes.
It look like I
Agree.
need to take a flight up to the New York there, or
Yes,
somewhere in
Either
Georgia,
up
or
or in
somewhere in Georgia.
something.
yes, yes.
We have two
Of course,
northerners and
why
two
not?
southerners.
Right. So, Richie, morning to you. Richie, me not see you some mornings. Chairman, me love when you come over. Howdy to you.
Welcome,
And
Richie.
so, oh, yes,
Thanks
it's
for
the
showing up.
eyepiece. Yes, it's same thing. It's the eyepiece. All right. So, let's get the conversation going. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are already subscribers, I know you just sit there and just say, Lord, look on them. We enjoy the conversation. They can talky, and you all and you've all figured us out in terms of our personalities. You no have what of us down pat. Here the thing.
Yes.
When you come onto the platform, please click the thumbs up. The little thumbs up, which means you're here and you like what is going on. Then if you just come and somebody invite you, you're new, we ask that you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe and click that little thumb. The thumb might
Right.
stick out at you, right? So please do that. All of you, just like as you come on, subscriber or not. Like if you have not subscribed, because we are now at 1040. We need
Oh,
to go.
yeah.
Good.
Yes, so we
We're
need to,
climbing.
we need to head on over. So
Mhm.
please help us get there. But it's a great Saturday. and we are ready to roll with the conversation. So this morning's topic, looking back. So hey, we know the story of Lot's wife,
Oh yeah.
but then there is
Looking
looking
back.
back and moving forward. So we are not
Yes.
going to be Lot's wife this morning.
Right.
We are moving forward. Now,
Yeah, we're not looking back with regret.
yes.
We're just doing like a retrospective sort of situation.
Thank you for putting it into perspective, madam. So this morning we are saying, hey, we're stepping into the past, not to get stuck. We're not stuck there, but to gather
No.
wisdom for the road ahead. So
Right.
this morning's topic, looking back to move forward.
Right.
If you could live your life all over again, what would you do differently? That's the big question this morning. And by the way, don't worry. Don't worry. We are not here to cry over spilled curry goat, spilled milk. None of that.
Spanish water.
Oxtail gravy.
Spilled porridge.
Right?
Spilled porridge.
The curry goat that's over way on the top of the car in the
Right.
pot.
We're here to reason, reflect, and maybe even laugh at the things we thought were the end of the world.
Yeah.
Many of us have said, "Oh my God, look how when the time when." And we think say things is so bad until we now are seeing Hurricane Melissa live and direct, and it came to remind us of what real disruption looks like, right? And maybe some of us has said something passed through my life like a hurricane, and maybe it did, but you're still there.
Yeah.
You still have much to give thanks for. So that's why we say, in all of what has happened to us in our lives, this morning here, we're going to share, discuss it. But while you're doing that, we don't want to get up now and hungry and not put nothing together. So no get the tea, whether the chocolate, the coffee, cerasee. Want to give me some tea?
Mint.
Mint.
Good old mint.
Some mint.
Ginger.
So hot milk. No, straight from the cow or what have you.
Hey, let me tell you, them milk. Hey, you know what milk I drank so much? Goat milk, straight from the goat,
Really?
Oh.
I've never had goat milk.
Oh, it is the tastiest milk.
It's delicious.
It is a different level kind of milk.
Yes.
It's
And they
very
have it
rich.
in the can,
And
Yes, I've seen
Yes,
it.
in as much as we're not going to segue too far, but in as much as my sisters were not raised in the country like myself, they look forward to coming and getting the goat milk. And of course, I used to have to be the one to go milk the goat and carry it inside and all of that. And I'm going to put it on this, put a pinch of salt in there. It comes to a little boil and it goes from there. My big sister the other day, we bumped into each other in the supermarket. Well, and we were going, browsing and picking up our stuff. And she saw the one in the can. And she said, "Oh my God, me happy buy one." She said, "Look," she said, "Me remember mom when me put this in a tea." And me say, "You buy it?" And she said, "Yes." And I don't buy it because I don't buy it in fear of, it might not, taste the same or, only too happy to see it. And she said she have to buy it because it reminds her of her grandmother,
There you go.
But to tie everything in, I'm sure you wouldn't change that or,
No,
change that for anything in the world.
not at all.
So that's one part of your life.
Looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
Right,
as we are, broaching the topic, because, we have to steer some reflections, some with heart and some with humor. So, we have the do-over dilemma, the Hurricane Miss Lady wake-up call, because that is a wake-up call in itself. Last week, we spoke about some things. And then there's the power of pause. Sometimes things can hit us. We're going too fast. in life and something hit us and we had to pause for a moment. We had to slow down. We had to learn to rest more. We had to learn to listen more. And we have hustle life, but then something we miss the bus. And when we miss the bus, it
Yeah.
caused a whole lot of shifting and
Yeah.
rearranging and
Mhm.
readjustment.
Yeah.
Life, people, life. We live here every day. We want the house, the car, the picket fence, the dog, the family, you
Mm.
know. And we as a God make we himself, if we go replenish earth,
That
take
in
care,
it.
of take care of the place till he come back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have responsibilities here. And also, we talk about faith, forgiveness, and forward motion.
Mhm.
So let's start because we have to put it in perspective as we are going through the conversation pieces this morning.
Yeah.
So um, when we talk about the do-over dilemma, because when that starts, it's like if you had a second chance at one moment in your life, what would you do differently?
Mhm.
That's the question we need to ask first. Because before we get to moving forward, there must have been some lessons we learned
Yeah.
in one
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
several things.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chancy.
I do believe that speaking for myself, I call my age and the stage I'm in right now, I often refer to it as being in the middle of the road.
Mm,
Often compare life to a road or a journey. And
mhm.
we're not in the beginning, you're in the middle. You have some in front of you, and you still have some behind you. And when you consider age, given the fact God now give nobody you're not going excess of certain amount these days based on whatever. When you look at the number of years behind you, you figure, say, well, I don't have as many in front as I have behind. So you kind of retrospect, you kind of look at you do a 360. It's like you're the one of the 360 thing like nowadays you go and them have the 360 and you go round it.
Yes, and then just spin round and thing. Mhm.
Some people is when they're on their deathbed or they are gravely ill, they take a moment to slow down, to see what have I done or what am I doing. Not even what am I doing, what have I done up until this point? What influence have I made rather? There's a saying that God will speak to you in a still small voice. But if you don't listen, sometime he might throw a brick at you.
You don't listen.
So you
True.
make up your mind whether you're going to listen to this small voice or you're going to wait for the brick.
Mhm.
The brick going to hit you hard. But so sometimes it's a matter of, do I zig or do I zag? Or when I should have zigged, I zagged. Because the early dreams and the early dreams, sometimes the reality and the early dreams never coincide at the time.
Mhm.
But God in his mercy, he give us U-turns, he give
Yes.
do-overs, and
Mhm.
second chances. Right.
I'm sorry. My co-producer is here. I guess this topic resonates so much. He
Oh,
says, Lord, me should have been on the camera.
oh.
You know who stop him?
He doesn't
Producer
join you.
knows. Producer knows
Pull
that
up
he
your
can
chair.
jump in at any time.
All right. So
Drop
that's
your
what
chair.
I said,
Yes. So I'm so, go put on your shirt.
No, come in and the room, let me see you.
Come topless. Come join me topless.
Oh Lord. Yeah, Evan do not talk to. He's very suggestive. Or no, I think Kate take care.
Yeah. Eval is my kind of guy.
Yeah.
We think deep.
Aye.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
What?
oh dear Lord.
But if
Okay.
you're finished, Sharonette,
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
Maxie, you go ahead.
what you were saying. Yeah, because I have a burning issue.
Yes.
I even wrote about it, and I'd like to share the poem. It's not pretty long, and the poem is entitled "The Man of My Life I Never Met," and you'll hear the lines. I am blessed with life because of you. Been down a number of avenues. Grew up with just a little, not a lot, but I have attained some great deals and facts. Attainment not of material possessions, but of wisdom, experience, and spiritual fulfillment. And though with these I have been blessed, still the man of my life I have never met. No datas were given, no questions were posed. I had often wondered, but thought it rude to know. I have lived without you. I have moved in stride, but always wondered about the man of my life. The one great person so nearest and dear who had all the answers to questions rare and fair. That one individual is no longer here. And so my urge to know and be told will just be emptiness and desires unfulfilled. If I only had the courage then that I do have now, I would have known all the facts no matter what. That man of my life is a father I never met. It is one instance that I quite regret, but too late, I will never know. Should guilt be my destiny or should freedom reign?
Oh
The man
wow.
of my life I never met.
Oh
That's
wow,
very deep for me,
Maxie.
guys. Yes, it's very, very deep for me, and I've always thought about it. And when I was a kid growing up, I never met my father, never knew what he looks like. Nobody spoke about it, nobody said anything. The only person that mentioned something regarding the subject matter was my grandmother. She told me that he died. That was all I heard. But I never got any information regarding him. And back then as a child, if you asked certain questions, you were looked up as being rude and your face there, go sit down, yeah, picnic. That was what you would hear. So I never had the courage plucked up to ask. And even when I became an adult, I still did not ask. When my mother was alive, I didn't ask. It came into my thought and I thought I would pluck the courage up to ask the question, but I never did. For because I was shy at some point and I thought it was rude as well to ask. So I didn't ask. I know when I have the courage to, there's no one for me to ask. So, that's one
Hmm.
thing that I look, and that's one of the reasons why I wrote the poem. I wanted to write to kind of see if that would be cathartic for me. But still,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I think about it because
Mm-hmm.
I, I guess it's just natural for me to think. So
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
one
Yes.
regret that I really have. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Maxie. And there
You're
are
welcome.
many like you today, um, who never met their dads. Yes. So that will resonate with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Jax,
You're
you
welcome.
have any comment to kick off?
There are a few things that I would say, regrets. And I would say if I should live my life all over again, I wouldn't go down that road. And I mean, of course, we have discussed my my marriage on the show, and maybe that's one thing I wouldn't do so late.
Mm.
And when I say so late, I probably would have. I was really more, waiting for someone who was living their life and living it quite dandy and freely while I was sitting there waiting. Now, if I should live my life all over again, I wouldn't do that. But I was being loyal and waiting for the man of my life. No pun. But if I should live my life all over again, I wouldn't have done that because I was a young girl and I could have done differently.
Yes.
But when I look into, fast forward, I don't regret having my son.
Mm-hmm.
Came out of that.
Yes.
And I love him dearly. And that's one good thing. that came out of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Yes.
there are other things, but we'll talk about them as we go along.
Yes, as we go along. Welcome. It's 10:43. If you are just coming into the space, it is called Satideh Morning Runnings. And I tell you, the runnings of life are enough.
Yeah.
And our aim is to touch them all. And we've been running this show for some time, and we've really delved into some hardcore conversations.
topics.
Yes, that have empowered. Yeah, that has empowered, many people. So we want to say welcome to, guess who?
Hey, who is
Good
that?
morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Co-producer is in the house.
All right.
Thank you, producer.
Literally.
Let's go. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I thought the topic was going to be, and it's going to be one of, fun and excitement and all of that, the good things. But man, it just kicked off to life, reality, some of the things that we have been through. And for many of us, people only see the good side, and you have no idea, unless you're told, how life has been. Life has been rough for some of us. We have had to go back many times and say, "Oh my God, I wish I had known that. I wish I had taken time. I wish I had stayed nearer to God. I wish I hadn't messed up." And it brings in guilt, and it can really wreck you. It can take you off the path, and it can, in my case, let me get personal. And Max, as I hear you reading that poem, if you notice, I put a teary eye in there because I could write that as well. And as you started to read, I'm like, that's my father.
That was a surprise to me when you said that, because that I didn't know.
I never met my father. My father died when I was young, 3-4 years old.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And I have always, and I'm still looking in the mirror. I used to ask, like Max, I used to say, what happened? Still to this day, I'm like looking for my father. And I remember they would tell me, go look in the mirror. You look in the mirror, take a look at yourself. You are your father. You look like your father. The things I would do, I'm like, I don't have a reference, and I have no picture either. I have no picture. Right. So
you don't.
Yeah.
I have absolutely nothing.
Nothing much. So, it's amazing how we come together, and we hear our hearts and we're like, wow, I would have never known that. But yes. So those are things that we have no control over, but I wish I had met him. I wish I knew that, hey, I'm looking like my father, I'm sounding like my father, that kind of thing. And, it puts you, I'm a guy, I'm a man, but, I picture Max, it makes you looking for, and as they say, you tend to be trying to find someone to get the love of your father from as you grow up,
Right.
So I wish that had never happened, but here's the great thing. I turned out pretty good in terms of being a man, so that's
right.
But yeah, many things I've done that I wish I had put some more thought into it. I've been around the block a couple of times, and painful, really, really painful experiences. And especially when you felt like you're on the right track, at growing up the way I did. I'm sure and outside of Mobe, the runnings, poor, that kind of thing. But then almost, if I can use the term, from rags to riches. I hit the jackpot and got a good job, and things are going great. And then you decide, okay, I'm going to try this, and boom, everything tumbled down. Everything tumbled down.
Yeah, just like that.
And just like that, because you're on the right track. And then for me, the question is, what happened? And so now I tell people, in a lot of ways, especially in relationships, Jackie, and all of us, slow down. You know, songs to slow down. You move too fast. You know, and it's after you've moved too fast. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, this thing has wrecked my life. And I
Yes.
should have paused. I wish I, and then we want to beat the person by saying, I wish I had known. I'm not taking over the show, but you know, it's going there. I wish I had known. The great thing is that I always knew God, and He has been my refuge and strength,
Mhm.
and it's my go-to. I still have an altar where I go back to when the things that have beaten me up. Wish I had known that. And then I learned, you know, some Bible verses like Romans 8:28 that tells us all things work together for good. I'm wrapping this up to give you lovely ladies a chance to speak and the viewers. All things work together for good to those who love the Lord. And so even the bad things, all of us have been through. One of the awesome things, I'm not going to cry. One of the awesome things is that when you have been through a lot of stuff, and I've been through so many stuff that I can pretty much talk to anybody and say, man, I have been there. And it's therapeutic. It's medicine for people that
Okay,
doctors who haven't
may I
been
say
there.
something?
Sure.
Eva, that you know that so when you think about the negative things that we have gone through and how we overcame and then where we are today, in your case, if you could have lived your life all over again and you went back and changed those things, you know that you wouldn't have met Dee.
I hear you. I hear you.
That too.
So that's what I'm saying. All things work together for
You
good
Yes.
understand? You
to
wouldn't
those
have
who
met.
love the
So
Lord. So
even the bad things
yeah,
that
yeah,
we've gone through,
yeah.
it
We
takes
find the
us,
positive in
it
it.
builds
Yeah.
us and gets
So the
us ready
positive side.
for what was there waiting for us.
Yeah. So, guys, everybody
Absolutely.
So
I
listening, you
agree.
know, thanks, Jackie. Great, awesome. The bad things in life can be a stepping stone, can be stepping stones and experiences to take you to the better places in life. And you can
yeah,
share those experiences with other people and bring them up because many people are down, depressed, broken. They said, I'm never going to get married again. I've been too hurt. I've been bruised. I'm not showing no stone for nobody, you know, but hey. Um, God is good, guys. And
I know me, you see me duck.
your bad days, your bad days can be your good days. And thank you for having me, ladies. I don't want to spoil the beauty, so let me get my face off the screen. Love you guys. You all look wonderful. Blessings, blessings. Hey,
Thank you.
bless the Lord for my wife, man. She came in and changed things around.
All
Yeah.
right.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. You see,
Awesome.
she's the rose for all the thorns you had, bro.
There you go,
I
Sharon.
will.
I just love Sharon's lyrics, you know. She just got me.
She scrape off all the thorns.
Thank you, co-producer. Honey bun, yes.
But you know, my grandfather always say, "Young bud, no storm."
Yes.
You know,
And that's
sometimes the
so.
decisions we made when we were and then another one he always says the cow no know war till the in if cow when no war neck belong to the butcher.
Yes.
So that
Oh, it's
means that
familiar, that
yeah,
one.
man, them used to tell you some serious deep things to warn
Yes.
you
Yes.
against certain things because you see when you get to a certain age, you know, it's like they say children when they're young, there's nobody like their parents. Oh, mommy knows best, daddy knows best, mommy. When they become teenagers, now they think they know it all. They say parents don't know
Yes.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But when they get to
Mhm.
adulthood and they are now they're now taking care of their own selves and situations, they say father knows best, mom
Yes.
knows best, because the
Mm-hmm.
roles have been reversed, and sometimes they have muddied the waters, muddied themselves, or as we would say Jamaica, your mud up. And you have to really reel and wheel and come again because you done did go around there, so whenever did go around there, so I
Yes.
know here you are. But God in His mercies will help us so that those situations still benefit us down the road.
Yes.
You
So for me now, yeah, you know, a spoken word can plant a seed, right?
know.
Yes.
And it's either it's planted and you receive it in a positive or a negative or how it was meant. to connect you. You ever say when you throw a
Yes.
stone and it connect?
Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, going through high school was a struggle. I think I mentioned it before. It's almost like my all age days wasn't rolling in to this new space where I had to
Yeah.
learn how to now start taking notes and all kind of stuff. And I struggled at one point through high school. And I remember someone had said to me that so after high school, you try to figure out what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said to me, and it was somebody in my family who had said one day, um, boy, come out with nothing, neither in academics and then nor in track, because I had an accident. I was doing very well as a track as an
Track.
athlete, and then I had an accident over the hurdle because I was a good hurdler, and I had to put that aside. So I was trying to figure out now what to do to make me life.
Mm-hmm.
So I was now gonna go back to do classes and so on. Because I'm telling you, I struggled. I went through and you got reasonable grades, but it's just like my brain was not. It's like
Connecting.
in a
It's like transitioning from primary school to high school or early school to high school.
Yeah.
It's a culture shock,
Yes,
and they
it
don't
wasn't
prepare you
working.
for that. And I experienced the same thing, Dee.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
it's
working.
not that I was done.
There you go. It
It's
wasn't
not.
working. But when they
Yeah.
said that to me that day, a shame take me, overtook me.
Mm-mm.
I was overtaken. I felt like I didn't have no purpose. I didn't have no use. Me no accomplish nothing.
Mm.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yes, it had hit me that day. And nothing can beat you like when you do housework and something negative said to you. So it was during chores.
Mm.
Yes.
And I paused and I felt bad. I felt bad. I felt so bad. That thing stayed with me for a while, but
Mm-mm.
afterwards now, you go back a class and you start to do your thing and so on. And then that's when I really started to evolve and I
Right.
was grasping information and all of those things before me could have come to something. So I
If
do.
I may, sorry, I just want to say something quickly right there before you finish. Remember your thought, because I have to say it while it's here and burning. One of the problem back then with our parents is that they themselves didn't know any better. So when they said things to you, they thought it was just, they were just saying it. But deep within, they never know that it affected you psychologically. They didn't know themselves, because I had a lot said to me too as a child. But I just know that, like my grandmother who I grew up with, she couldn't read. So therefore, they didn't know that when they said things to you as a child, you suck it up like sponge and it bothers you into adulthood. They just didn't know any
Right.
better because they
And
themselves
sometimes
weren't
they're
educated
saying it
either.
expecting that the opposite would happen, because you know come
Yes.
out to them. So if they say that to you, you will
You're gonna do better, you're gonna
change.
change or
Yeah.
whatever.
Or
Yeah.
you're gonna suddenly
Continuous
Right.
start to do better. You know.
So
Mhm.
after that, when that was said to me, it started going over in my mind, man. I'm like, no, me not going, me go come out to something, So positive
Yes.
thoughts started to hit me. I'm like, no,
Maybe that was
I
the
need
idea. That
to,
was what they wanted to happen.
if I need it, well, based on the conversation, no.
No, no, no. That,
Oh,
that
so you think it was otherwise? Yeah.
that was just God, because your life is charted. We are born with purpose. We are born with gifting, and sometimes because I had to do something similar, because I may, all right, I probably would have ended up being a shy child, but my grandmother, the same granny
Me
friend,
too.
the whole heap of porridge for lunch. I was I was quiet but very intense. And I read a lot. I read a lot.
Let me mute.
I read a lot, right? And I read different genres. So I was not just stuck in one thing. And I
Yeah.
was so anyway, she had a tendency to because my grandmother could read, but her eyes were, kind of not, they were kind of
Dim.
dim. My grandfather could
Yeah.
read none at all. So, like when they would pass by her home, she lived in the square, 4 ways meet this up. So she lived, smack dab in everything. And she would ask somebody like one of the van drivers to buy her the newspaper. You come in, would I say I come from bring me a newspaper? So she would like flaunt the would read the news and all. So she used to call her granddaughters. She had 3 granddaughters that I grew up with. We were all just like a year apart too. And we're still friends, thank God. But she would have them come and read, but they couldn't read as well as me. They would have done box shuffle over words, and she would have clapped them, and then my grandmother, who I used to read for at home, off of her reading, and me just in a me little self to the side. But my grandmother, no, me could have read, and she'd have said, Sharon, read it for man, read it for and would have they have been up and and I remember she looked at me one day, the same sister there, and she said, you're dark, meaning that you're ignorant, stupid like that. You're dark. Look how you're dark. You came up, you're dark. You never come out to nothing. You're just dark. In a little mind. And if I were to go back and calculate, I was in primary school, young too. So me a 7, 8 at best. Right? And I remember in a little mind, me make up my little mind and say, me now go that, me now go do that, me I go this, me I go that. You know what I mean? All the odds. I pushed myself. And then you're going to church the way we were raised, you have to go say poem, you have to do your spiritual, you have to learn something. And I pushed myself extra to excel.
Yes.
And even now, there is no, I'm not going to brag and boast, but there is no audience I am scared to go in front of. Call the Pope, call the President, call King.
Anybody. Same here.
I don't squirm, I don't flinch, I can go, and as my granny would say, me can go deliver myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I made that resolve based on what was said to me.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know something too, I think what happened was because earlier in my life, going to school, I was on it. I was just doing well in school. And my grandmother, again, introduced me to the stage early. She made me do my first poem, and I was fine. When they sent me to chapel, when Mama sent me to Chapelton School, I was on a roll. It's like the teacher them at that school was just so great. I was learning things that I never learned at the other school. And then, things shifted, and she had to send me back to me school in my community. And it's like when we go into the class the morning,
you were lost.
It didn't know what to do. The teacher talk and it not make no sense to me. And it's like I just got lost. But thankfully, like Jackie said to Eval, they are stepping stones to things.
Yes.
Some children do very well in primary, high, tertiary. Some of us had to take the steps to get there.
Yes.
Right.
So we took the steps in different ways and we get there. So that those spoken words no longer impact me. But I can tell you in that moment when something negative is said, you don't see no way forward.
Yeah.
Right? You're not seeing. All you're hearing is what they're saying to you in that negative way that you're not accomplished none out of the two. And what will happen to you pretty much.
Yeah.
But I too have a quick story where that is concerned. I remember when I was in secondary school, because I've been to all Seventh-day Adventist schools. And when I was in secondary school, I was doing my JC subjects, but I never liked numbers until today. Thank God for calculator, because numbers are not my strong point. Give me all the words, give me all the reading, give me all the writing. But when composition, S's, A's and B's all the time. But maths, when maths time come, I hide me, me practically cry because I never liked numbers. And because of that, my teacher had an
allergic,
issue with me.
You were
Huh?
allergic.
You were allergic.
You were allergic.
Yes, I was allergic to numbers, right? So the only reason why I never came first in my class at anything was because of math. I would get A's in every subject and B's, but maths can't go past D. So that was my weak point. And I remember since I became an adult, and when I wrote my book here, Deep Thoughts, when I wrote this book, the same teacher that taught me math in school and all the other subjects, because at that time it was one teacher teaching everything because it was secondary school. She got hold of a copy of my book through my sister-in-law. I'd give Norman's sister a copy, and they both went to the same church, lived in Chicago and went to the same church. And my sister-in-law happened to have had the book at church, and she saw it and saw the name, and conversation came up, and she discovered that she had taught me in school. And she took the book, borrowed the book from my sister-in-law and didn't give it back. No matter how much she asked for it, she wouldn't give it back. And she discovered back then that I was a student of hers. And she was so proud of me. I got a chance to spoke to her once since I live here. And she really commended me of how well the book is written, blah, blah, blah. But she was the same teacher who said I wouldn't come out to nothing just because I couldn't do math. Yes. Wow. She said she made negative remarks because I couldn't do math, and I was bright in everything, including Spanish. But math was just my weakest point. And she said things that were derogatory as a teacher, and I never forget. And so when she saw the book, she was so proud of me that she borrowed the book and didn't give it back. She just loved what she saw.
She should go buy Amazon and go buy a couple of copies.
Buy a copy. Yes.
That she should do.
So I understand those negative thoughts. But back then when I discovered that math was not my main subject or favorite, I said, okay, well, I'm not good at math, but I'm going to be doing well in whatever else I can do. So I made up my mind that I wasn't going to listen to them and them talk about not being able to do math. I'm going to excel in what I could. I used to do a lot of reading. I would read everything I see, every sign, every book, everything I got my hand on, I would always be reading. And then from reading all of that, I started on practicing writing. And that's how I ended up writing poetry, writing music, writing letters, writing whatever. In my family, everybody calls on me to write everything. Whether that's my family or Norman's family, they call on me. And I'm proud of that. So we utilize what we have and what we're good at, and what we can do good at, we leave it to the side, make somebody else take that. How about that?
Yeah, but you know what? Well, I'm telling you, she's not talking to her.
I'm busy talking to myself.
Okay.
I was about to say thank you all for sharing, because most times we share about ourselves.
Yes.
The level of what we want to, the degree. But what we are encouraging based on what we are sharing this morning is that don't give up. Whatever was said to you, whatever circumstances hit you, find a way. Ask God to help you to go through it. To raise yourselves up. So before we go into another aspect of our conversation, let me just see if anybody else, because I think they were here commenting. And we also invite you to type your experiences in the chat so we can make reference to it. So again, we thank you for being here, and don't forget to like the page. See my little thumb, I'll go on here. Like it,
Chris.
Subscribe and share. So let me go through. So earlier in the meet and greet, co-producer says, Max, I think Sharnette borrowed your famous song, Almighty T. Have mercy. Jesus, help us.
Who said that?
Not the co-producer. I'm telling you, want to pray for him.
No, man of my life. Let me tell you something. He's just straightforward. That's me. No, I just stick and lick.
Him can't do no wrong as per Max,
No.
You just tell it like it is.
So then King Ryan says, why Queen look like royal? Yes, Master, me royalty. Hello.
Yes.
Charlesy, good morning to you. Good to see you. Evil, Wimsey now, co-producer says, looking royal, my fellow Montagonian sis, and him sweet you up after that.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Next time I can't vex with him, you know.
Yes.
No.
Ryan says, no regrets, only lessons learned, no matter what. Thank God I have a lot of blessings. Amen. Good for all. My sister is here, Soph. Morning, Soph. Mommy.
Oh, Soph.
Hey, we call her mommy. Yes. So I guess when we were talking about the milk, and Ryan said the powder is best. Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, Anne. Best milk, very rich, the goat milk, I believe. That's
Yes,
what
and it's less fattening too, you know.
Mm-hmm. You hear my admit saying, oh Lord, pray for him. Wanna read it from the
No, listen to me. As kids, some of us tried to do that.
Help us, Lord. Oh dear. Really?
So if we should live our lives all over again, I don't know if we change that because those were fun.
Oh God.
As kids, we thought that we could do that. We probably get trampled on. Trying.
Lorna says no goat or sheep milk for me. Nope. I don't like feta cheese either. I'm not willing to taste. All right, Lorna, we hear you.
So how about camel milk? How about camel milk?
If she not do goat and sheep, me sure she not go pay me.
I can't she gonna do, please.
Exactly.
Listen, everybody who said that they wouldn't so far, they have gone to Dubai and have had the camel milk ice cream and the camel milk in their coffee. And they said that it's wonderful.
Right. So Rich says, life is like a storybook. Every day you live and learn. If God gave he or she the knowledge to know the future, we wouldn't have no regrets in this life. And there's no one there's no one in this lifetime that doesn't have any regrets. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So we need Jesus.
Right.
We have him. We have him.
We have Jesus and we have you.
So when God said, no, Jack, you did have to go. How would you know? Whatever that is. Yes. Okay. Sometimes because when we're talking, I can't get to post the comments right away. Okay. Ryan says, that's what makes you who you are and who you will
be. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
For me, thank God I would not do it all over. Thank God it all made me who I am today. Amen. Okay. Okay, Sister Morrison said, morning, Evol. And he says, we need to remember you can't cross the bridge before you get there. Mm-hmm.
Of course not.
Yeah. William said no. Cole can't hear.
Oh, what's it?
Will not belong to
Let me repeat it.
Yes.
Lord God. Will not belong to butcher.
He says, oh my God, Max, yes, a lot was said to me as a child. Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of people. Morning, my Jenny, blessed and highly favored.
But if we should live our lives all over again, in these cases, how would we have changed that? Like,
1 minute.
what
1
was said
minute.
to you?
Hold on. Marie says, good morning from sunny Jamaica to Lady D and the other viewing family. Blessed Saturday. Hey, dear. Marie, please hurry up and come back to your yard. We long to see you. And Mom is here. Mom is in the place. Morning, Mom.
Young girl is in the place, Baba.
Good morning.
Jamaica audience, of course.
Yes, because some people don't have internet or light, and so it's good to see somebody tapping in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good morning to Chris Wilby of KVR Network.
Hey, Chris.
Chris and Max and I have the exact same problem. I did Max business.
The Max thing.
I'm allergic to Max. Oh,
That was me. That was me.
But you know what
Until I went to college.
What I
Hold on.
felt to be
One minute. Let me just go through these. If not, they're gonna get lost.
yeah, go.
Just morning, Jackie. Good morning and blessings to all of you. Blessings to you. You all need Jesus. Pray for it. Morning,
We're
Dawn.
up front.
Morning, Stacy. Yes. Jen says from primary to high school to college, what a journey.
Yeah.
Yes, tell me about it.
So Chris says, I don't really have regrets. I live my life believing that everything that was done was for a purpose and it makes me who I am today. And you know, yes, we say that now, but at the time,
we never think that way.
no, sir. Please. Still basking in the glow of my 80th looks.
Can you imagine?
Happy birthday, Mom. I hope it was well spent for you. So Ryan says here, it's all about what God have done on the road of our lives. Absolutely. Because some of us could have come out to nothing. Okay. Good morning, crew. You all look so nice. Hey, thank you, Mom.
Thanks.
Yeah, we come TV, you know, when we come TV, we have to represent.
Never pretty up. Of course.
Yes. Oh, that's all right, Stacy. Those of you who would like to just share snippets about something that has happened to you over time, you know, please. Mary says funeral over back home next week, enjoying sibling and reminiscing about the good old days. My girl, I am
very
sure
nice.
It's going
I love
nice.
that.
Absolutely. 14 minutes after 11. Welcome. You're just joining us. So we spoke about
Mom here on our 80th.
Let me see.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Share happened though.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice. You look
Yes,
great, Mom.
please.
Many to
Look
wear the
nice.
outfit there.
Oh, is that dress above the knee?
Oh. And the lady was heading to church.
Up.
It's not above the knee. It's below the knee.
Yeah, there you go.
That's below. It's not above. That's right on the knee.
Right on the knee.
Yeah, it had
And nothing wrong with that.
No,
Not wrong for the 80
The lady of my heart.
The 80 fine 18.
Mm-hmm.
What Rover doing up there? Rover?
His name is Casanova. Not
Rover. Rover Casanova.
You hear, you know.
Yes.
Eval same thought it was a goat.
A goat. This one can't milk Eval. Me can't milk this one.
Lord help me. Oh well.
I can't manage it. I need Jesus.
No, so so yes, we kicked off the conversation sharing pieces about ourselves. And if we think about the great reminder of Hurricane Melissa that passed through, it didn't just shake 3 trees, right? It shook our priorities.
Yeah.
Did it make you realize what truly matters? Of course, life and the possibility that we can do more. Did it delay your dreams? Maybe you are connected to people there. So some of the things you now wanted to do for yourself, you have to be sending to help your family members.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of moving parts here that affects us. And so Sharon's now have to be worrying about putting in windows.
Yes, and cleaning up the yard. My yard is like I have so much trees down and debris.
Well, that's my sister's house.
Oh wow.
Oh dear.
The whole roof.
So the whole thing. So she has to be, you know, trying to salvage whatever she can salvage.
Yes.
So,
oh Lord.
But even in this traumatic time, you know, I believe that people are gonna form new relationships. or the relationships you have now are going to be strengthened and be better. Sometimes you have people that you know took for granted, or situations that you were not privy to, but now it's going to benefit you in more ways than one. So sometimes the trajectory of our lives have a lot to do with some relationships or some influences. Maybe a mentor might pop up that will now lead you in another avenue. You may have been going straight this way, but now you've realized it's time for go up on the off ramp. You're go, but now there's a time to exit.
That's right.
Yes.
And you're going on to something better, something new, something exciting. So sometimes you're really influenced by situations and things that put you into a state where you meet somebody else, and could be a group, could be something might even be birthed in you. It might have been God would have deposited, but it was dormant. Not even you yourself know it was there possibly, but now it's
Yes.
tapped into for your own, for your betterment, for your own good.
Yes.
Sometimes we have to look at it that way as well.
That's
Now,
true. That's
and
true.
something too, some of us, yes, we pack away our dreams. We packed them away because maybe we thought we couldn't afford to do what we wanted to do. A lot of us people spoke to us and say, so where you go getting money from? Or then anybody around here do that?
Right.
Believe it or not, people have come up with some ideas, genius, and because they spoke to somebody who just
Get
packed
beat
them up
down.
with a bag of negativity
Yes.
and why it can't be done. Years later, they're looking at somebody who did it and making millions.
Yes, like the lamp, like the touch lamp. I always thought that. I always thought that it would be nice if you come in your house and you clap your hand and you're like, come on.
Yeah. And see.
And and listen, I thought it was silly because I played Dolly House and all them things and thinking that you clap the light and the light come on like maybe some cartoon or something like that. And listen, years later,
Look at the clapper.
the clap, you can come in your home, clap your hand, or the touch lamp, and the light came on. I had one. I mean, I say, oh my God, this is something.
I had one too.
My lights in my room, my bedside lamps are touch lamps.
Yeah, this is something that I thought about, and here it is in reality.
But you know what, too? Sometimes we also have taken on to ourselves some decisions that have really, really derailed us.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can be in a situation and feel that if you leave that situation, then you're not gonna make something from it, or there's something due to you, or something that you feel that if I move away from it, and it hold you down forever.
That's why we have to take chances.
It has held you back when you could have moved on.
Move forward,
whether it was a person, schooling, moving out of community, because some people feel that, okay, I need to move now. This community is not uplifting me. I need to move. And the moment you say that you want to move, people start saying, then look how long you're there, where you better go for.
Right.
Go for, yes, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, but you have to know that it's time to move on.
You have stayed. And years later, you're still looking around and saying, but I should have gone long time.
Yes.
So the moving forward was derailed because you took what everybody else said.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are like that. So to move forward, you have to say, well, this is what I want. It have nothing to do with who knows.
How about career path?
Right. I can always come back to visit. Right. It doesn't mean that because I'm moving, that means I won't remember or anything like that.
Yeah, because sometimes where you're going, there's something waiting for you there.
Indeed.
It's
different. Yeah, that's true.
You get there.
Right.
Yeah, until you get there.
I mean,
better opportunities there, but because you become complacent and you start to procrastinate, you never move along.
Yeah,
And saying this, I'm also referring to even the storm in Jamaica. A lot of people that were living there never had good house. Now they lose those, they're gonna get better homes. They get a better house because they were living in some little jack-up place. But now that this has happened and they have lost their homes, they end up with a nicer, better place. So sometimes we have to find the good in the bad. You know?
Because if I should live my life all over again, I would have done my nursing already.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it's not, I always liked the sciences, and people like you say, Max, people can derail your path, and your teachers or the
Yeah.
people who are supposed to be influencing you can be so, the things that they say can be so profound in your life that it change the path of your life. I remember when we were in high school, the other day when we got together for our 40th reunion, everybody came in the chat and was sharing how some teachers influenced them negatively. And it seemed to have been the same teachers who were doing that. We'll never come out to nothing and all of that. And I remember I went home one weekend. We didn't have any homework for that class, but I made it a point of my duty to make a project because I like sciences and biology, because I was just being introduced to that, and I loved it. So I made a project of all the body systems, draw them, put it in a folder. My mother helped me and put in a folder. I never forget that. I'm talking about, this is 40 years ago. And put it in a folder and color them, the respiratory system, the heart, and I love the heart, the cardiovascular system, all of them, all the body systems. Carried to my teacher the morning when I went to school, the Monday morning, happy, and told her, teacher, I made this project. She said, I didn't give you homework.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. And she just walk away. I said, Lord Jesus, the feel bad machine because I write in front of the class. Everybody a look. Nobody never give me nothing to do, and me go take on project and go do something.
Wow.
And she don't know how much that affected me.
Yeah. Yeah. We placed a lot of faith in teachers because they were looked upon with great revere. We would have said, well, they're educated, they've been places, possibly been to places, and they would have had some amount of experience, under their belt, and we would think they're widely read, and they would, but sometimes teachers, they don't do for us what they ought to, on account maybe fear or just disregard. I remember myself and my grade 6 teacher, that man, he should be, put on a pedestal, may I tell you. Even to this day, we are very good friends. He was my teacher, but now he's a friend. And he rescued me. I was in grade 6, and I was looking. He was teaching. You have to share blackboard. I'm in the class behind the blackboard, and he's on the other side. The teacher we had, I was always wanting to learn. The teacher that I had, she wouldn't even leave. She lived right down the hill, across, literally go down the school gate, go across the street. She would sometimes just leave us, run to our house, go do something, run, come back. Her daughter was also in the class, and she would leave her daughter, same age as myself, in class till she get back. And she was not teaching us with my little 10-year-old self. She was not teaching us like she should. And then I started speaking up on the blackboard now to the other teacher class. Because the kids and I start sometimes getting out of hand. I'm not going on. Me get caught up and get licked when she
and
comes.
it's the blackboards that separated the two classes, right? And you
Yes,
can even run under it to go to the other
class. Yes. And so I would look behind. So my teacher caught me. he caught me, Mr. James, he caught me looking behind to his class, and I was very attentive. And I didn't realize he was observing me for so long. And he came over to me and said, come and sit. And I went and sat. And he somehow, he came to me and he said, what happened? I said, Miss Thompson stepped away or whatever. She gone down, sir. I mean, I know where she there. That's likely what I said, not she stepped away.
No.
No.
And he said,
Not at the time.
Not at the time. So then he said to me, he's doing the common entrance lessons and so on. And he said, how old are you? Me tell him, can we skip this a grade, that the grade? So by me reach a grade 6. They were like, you have to do it 2 years. Otherwise, we don't know what to do with you because you can't go grade 7 yet, you can't go grade 8 yet, you can't
Too
go.
young, yeah.
And nobody thought to let me take the common entrance because, long story just up on that side there. But anyway, he got me to his class. That teacher had called me as a little child and cursed me out.
What?
Jason, Mr. James
Crazy.
he wrote a letter. I said, I'm going with my grandparents. My mother is in Kingston. He wrote a letter, gave it to me to say, mail it to my mother and tell your granny to give you $2 a month for lessons. And he took me to his class, and that teacher let me have it in no uncertain terms.
Jealous.
I not go to his class. I would not have taken the common entrance because by the time I took common entrance, I had no more chances.
Oh my God.
So if you're not pass, you take it when you are,
Yeah.
She didn't have one problem. And she run the go down a yard every minute, go look for the man.
May I tell you, that was my only chance.
You know something, ladies? I'm listening to you attentively, Shernit, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if back then those teachers were taught, or when they went to college and got trained, if they studied human psychology and human behavior. I wonder if they did, because the things that they say to us as kids or as students, you make you know that you're adults and you're looking back, it make you wonder if they did really do certain subject and if they were
but you think
taught
of
how
it
to
too much. Maybe they went through the same thing. Maybe somebody talked to them negatively in the same manner, and then
true, and they thought that was the way.
Yeah, I think they knew better. Them just decide not to do any better. I have the strong opinion that they knew better.
Everyone says it's bad mind.
Bad and grateful.
It's true. Because look here, I used to get so much clothes and shoes from here and from the UK, particularly UK. I have the one uncle left, and he has 5 daughters, and one of them is my age, and he used to use her for a model. Him and his wife both, they would buy clothes for me and shoes based on her size. So I got good stuff all the time just rolling in. And I remember I went to school in a pair of shoes. And when I reached her school, the teacher had on the same shoes.
What?
Right. She head to cut her eye after me. And I'm like, why is she doing that?
That's so stupid.
Same shoes.
Like how you buy the shoes.
Like how you buy the shoes.
Yeah. I am picnic.
Some teachers, they had issues.
You see, that's why kids come back and thank my mother. Because my mother teach some kids who are now doctors and lawyers, whatever, and then come back and thank her because of how she treated them like they were her children instead of students. And I wish my teachers, some of my teachers were like my mother.
Yeah, man, I'm friends with my grade 6 teacher up until this day. I did not. I do not go to Jamaica, and I don't meet with him for lunch or have him to dinner or do him or all of that. A serious thing ever.
Ever is the life of the show.
Every time bad things make joke, yeah.
Try to write your name on the paper.
No, sir. Ever. In the name of Jesus. Aye.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so here is Stacy. She says, I'm a retired teacher. I taught in the Bronx, Evander Childs High School for 34 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Teaching college. And I learned early on that we don't teach students, we teach the whole child.
Yes.
Exactly.
Those
Yes, yes, make a lot of sense. Yes.
Love,
back in
compassion,
the day.
self-respect, and dignity.
We need more like you.
Yes.
Yes.
So here is where we are now. So, I got a note from co-producer. He says, let's zero in. Please post. All right, so on. Post this. We've ID'd our past. What tools have we used to overcome? How can we or should we direct others from making our mistakes, or should we? Our mistakes a way to better us.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course, if we don't make mistakes, then we don't have any lessons to learn from
That's
them.
true. That's true. That's a fact.
And also you and you have to learn too, because if you don't, you're gonna repeat the mistakes.
Mhm. And if
Yes.
we put our younger selves down, what would we say to our younger self?
Well, I think about that often, and for my younger self, I would say just do it.
Yes.
I
Don't
was
be afraid to take chances.
But you know what, Jackie? It's good to say that now, because I was mature. I'm telling you, I don't know about other people. I was mature I was fully mature at 14 years old. Fully. When we say fully mature, I mean fully matured. Because I was in high school. I was now taking care of my grandparents. I'm talking about I'm head of household.
I was helping my mother too.
Me I can them go to doctor for them different appointments. Me I leave school and come cook them dinner. You see what I say?
Yeah.
I was fully mature. To me, there was nothing else left to do. There was nothing left to learn. Granted, I had to acquire experience, but that comes with age. But I had done so much up to that point, and they had groomed me so well up to that point because of all the grandchildren they raised. I was the last one, with them. And by then, their strength had failed. Their health, they were going down. They were really healthy, I must say. My granny had aches and pains, never had no great nothing. My grandfather had some touch of bronchitis, but other than that, they didn't have anything else, thankfully. And so they were just living and enjoying their old age. But I had to do everything for them. And then things that I would have wanted to do, my mother being away and my uncles that have always been away, they kept saying, you can't do that yet. You can't do that yet. Put your life, they never said put your life on hold.
You're too young.
Yeah, but it's exactly, Max. But essentially, at one point in time, I was a little resentful. But then what curbed the resentment was the fact that I loved my grandparents and I was grateful for them for having raised me for where I was. So instead of sitting down there and grumbling, I decided, okay, you know what I'll do? I will just move forward. I will do what I can, put some stuff on the shelf, and then go forward, and then at some point pick it back up. You know what I mean? I like
Right.
dream denied. Defer it for a while.
Yes.
But if I could speak back to myself, I would say just do it, because some things I think that I could have done because I was guilt tripped. I was given guilt trip on several sides. I was like, you know what? Let me just not even do that. But I had burning desires to do certain things at certain ages that I never got to do. Thank God he gave me a second chance later on in life. But because my whole existence at that age was to take care of my grandparents, because their children were all gone. The other grandchildren they raised were all gone. It was just me left. And I look around and I say, if I were to step off certain things, how would that impact their life? And that's why I
Yes.
my husband, because I met him at 15 and he helped me the rest of the time with them.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's story for another day. But he helped me with it. That is why, some certain things, that my uncles being abroad and my mom, coming and say, oh, you can't. My granny said, left her. She know what she had what we are she out here. I got engaged at 17. And they were my mother say you must say mad. My grandma say mad where Mr.
Yeah. So she saw your worth and she saw him.
Yes.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Precisely.
Yes, it is.
That's
It
amazing.
is.
Sure,
But
some
you
people
know what?
that is like me because I helped my grandparents, you know, especially my grandmother who was mostly sickly. And then when I went to live with my mother, I became the true big sister where, you know, my mother could leave and went to work, and when she come home, the dinner would be cooked and the children would be taken care of. When she left and came to America, I took over that role fully, and I made sure that they were clean and the house was taken care of. She left a helper and I didn't need her. I just told her she can only come in to help me wash the clothes because I could do
That's it. You want
everything
to do the
else.
rest of the stuff.
I could do everything else. Yeah. So, you know, those things I wouldn't change because I see where my hand was involved in their lives.
Right.
And I'm happy I was able to.
I grew up with my grandmother. And there's one thing, when I look back, the title of the show this morning is Looking Back to Move Forward. And when I look back, I've moved forward a lot of things. For example, when I was growing up with my grandmother, we eating a chip up enamel plate, black or plastic cup, and all the nice plates and glasses were packed up in a cabinet for when the foreigner comes. That's when they would be used, right? And that's why I write the way I write. And but no, as an adult, I don't do that. And then not only the dishes, but also clothing. We have a stain-up frock or tear-up frock in the yard, and you know we have it on 2-3 days and all of that. As an adult now, when I look back, I said, "There's no way I'm gonna live like that." Even before I came to America, when I became adult, I said, "There's no way I'm eating my best of dishes. I don't be drinking plastic cup. I have plastic cup in my kitchen. I have plastic cups in my cupboard, and now my drinks from them. I don't. I drink from glass. Come here, pick me do too much of that already. So I move forward. I eat from my nice.
Been there, done that, and writing the book about it.
Yes, not going back. And I put on my nice clothes. I put on my makeup, whether I'm going somewhere or not. I always ready and look spiffy. I have to look nice. That's me.
Yeah.
Because I grew up too poor in a tear frock and stand up front. Me now go back there and I want barefoot. I dress up and look nice, and I love nice things. And I tell myself, this is how I want to live. And because for me, a picnic, I think like that, but we couldn't afford it. And I had no control over what I was given to eat from or eat or wear. But now that I have control and I can afford to, I do the best I can with myself.
And Max, I remember you talking about the curry is what? The curry potato.
The curry cabbage.
Curry with rice.
And curry cabbage.
Everything
curry.
Yeah, so when I look back and I compare then and now, I'm like, no,
So
I'm doing my best.
Lorna said, I hate washing dishes, so I don't own a plate.
No,
Well, I have a dishwasher and I don't mind washing dishes.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Oh, Lord.
You know, that hard to wash.
Yes. And if I just one plate.
If I just you, no, sir.
Yes.
It's a paper plate, not a paper thing.
No, sir. There comes a time, man. Take out the fine china, take out the cup, fling out your napkin, and just do a thing. Don't do like
my friends. I have a friend. I have some friends. We went to school together in Jamaica. When their parents were celebrating, I think it was 35 years of marriage, she took out the crockery and the cups and glasses and whatever she got as her wedding presents out of the cabinet, and she said she going to wash them up and she going to use it. Every one at the bottom then drop out when she put water on them.
They put them in the too long.
Oh, Lord.
It was sitting in there too long.
Yes.
I mean, all glass. I mean, when somebody come into your wedding and they way back and they would bring some glass set or whatever, she have them in the cabinet. She take them out and say she going to wash them now and she going to use one of them. I don't think she got a chance to use one. Mrs. Reed never used one.
Wow.
The bottom
No.
men drop out. So use them up now.
You should live your best life. Especially us at our age, we need to live our best lives and do the finer things
Yes.
that we
Yes.
can afford in life.
True. Me work
Because
hard.
you
Me eat a
pack up
good dinner out of my money.
yes, yes, I believe in that. I totally believe in
Yes.
self-love.
Because
Because
me
you know, when I
take
was
with my
young, I would
money, you
put
know,
myself
if
aside
family
and try
wants
to do
me,
family.
Hold on, Jackie. So remember, you both, you know, the delay in your spaces, you
Oh,
can
yeah, yeah.
overlap
Yeah.
each other. Yeah. So, okay,
Max,
then. Max, continue.
Max.
Now, I was saying when I was younger, even after I got married, but even before I got married, I was younger, I would put off things, put myself on the back burner to help and to give to family and brothers and
Me
look out for
too.
everybody, and I'd be at the side. No, I changed all of that. I went ahead and I said to I told myself, well, self have to look out for self. I believe in self-love. I totally believe in self-love. And I preach it on Facebook in quite a few of my reads. You have to love yourself before you can love others. Take
Yeah.
care of you. That's the only way you can be here to help others.
And
So now I
sometimes
look out
we
for
mean to
me.
ourselves. We mean to ourselves a lot
Yes,
of times. Some people.
Very much.
yes,
There was
Yeah,
an
a lot of
old
times
man,
I
there was
mean to
an old
myself.
man in the district that he used to hoard his money and not feed himself appropriately. When you could have buy chicken, he buy saltfish. When you could have buy like a piece of beef, he buy a piece of shad. And he's sick and got the doctor. The doctor say, you have to move closer to your kitchen.
Man, you
In
know,
yes.
poor blood.
yes,
In poor
And I let
blood.
him move his
What
food in
would
my
I
He
house.
tell
was, he
them?
was, he was malnourished.
he was nourished, and
He
that's
was
right.
malnourished with the money in his pocket.
See, I'm
And
sorry.
he
Yes,
finally come tell we, the doctor said, I have to go closer to my kitchen.
Don't come
yes.
to
Otherwise,
me
we
kitchen
No,
would
like
move.
that.
Otherwise, we
not
would.
me.
So
So you
everyone
have to
says,
go on.
here's the awesome thing. Even though we came from different backgrounds, our stories have united us in love, laughter, and great memories.
Very much so.
That is
Memory.
so true.
That's a
Very
fact.
much so.
Thank you,
And
Evan. So true.
also, what would we want the next generation to know about second chances?
Well, I would say learn from your mistakes. Don't
Yeah.
hang on to regrets forever. Use them as stepping stones to achieve, whatever dreams you had. Like I said earlier, a dream deferred is not a dream denied. And most of all, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. I tell people all the time, I forgive myself very easily and very often. I don't beat up myself. You have some people that beat up themselves so much they don't need nobody else to beat them up.
That's true.
If you made that mistake,
Yes,
forget something or whatever, you're only human. So
Mhm.
learn to give yourself grace.
Grace.
True.
yes.
So go ahead, Maxie. I was just gonna
I was
post.
about to say, don't dwell on negativity, because when you dwell on it, it becomes a part of you. Think positive. As Shirley said, don't beat up yourself, just think positive and learn to forgive others and forgive yourself as well. It's okay to look back, but don't dwell on the looking back. Move forward.
Yeah.
And of course, moving forward, it's not just about action. It's a race. It's about a race.
Yes.
So if you don't get in the race to move forward, you'll be at the starting line.
All day long.
You're not
I'm
doing
still on at the
anything.
starting line till you're gray.
Yes. You will get stuck right there while everybody is passing by. And a lot of it, even though negative words have been spoken to us here, we've made bad decisions. Because some of my decisions, I think, at first I thought they were, gonna pose some delay in my life, but over time I realized how learning from them also pushed me forward. And to say, all right, so Denise, at that time, this is where you were in your state of mind. This is where you were in how you were living life, what you were doing. But you're not gonna go back there, so it don't make any sense. Now
No.
you're moved forward, and no matter, some people embrace you, some people won't, but you are the better for yourself and to those around you.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
who want to sit down next to a moping sock? For every word they speak, it is negative. You can't stay
Yes.
with those people because they will depress you.
Keep
They'll
you back,
hold you
hold you
back.
down.
And
Mhm.
sometimes when you're
Mhm.
with groups of people, after a while, if you want to move on, you need to say, but them not helping me. Every time we meet, I see them all something, and you start
Yes.
to make assessments to
Like
move
I would say,
forward.
it's the same song, different verse.
Same,
Same song, different verse.
same song,
Right.
different verse.
Yes.
You have to get in the race and run it. And even if I tell you know how much time when I little, I loved walking barefoot because I chose to, not because me never have shoes. And so
Yeah.
me pluck out my toenail. Me don't know how me have nice nails today.
One of mine can't even come back on now.
Yeah, I would up my toenail. So pluck out the nail, rip it out.
Me that
Right?
be.
But that like life, we're gonna buck with toe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Life, we're going
That's
buck with
normal.
toe. We're going to make bad decisions. We make some awesome ones. And when we do, we feel like we have lifted up the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I
You
encourage
know what?
everybody, don't stay in a slum and saying what you hold of them
No.
over there.
No. You know what happened to me this week before I even discovered what the topic was going to be for this morning? Just this week, maybe Thursday, I don't remember what day it was, what I was doing, but I found myself reminiscing. I mean, I was in deep reminiscence of all the places I've lived since I've been in this country. And I started from where I started living at Norman's sister house where we were staying. And I went to Grace Avenue where we lived first, Norman and I went from Grace to East Chester Road where we live, and from
Now
East
look,
Chester
I'm gonna
Road.
meet you on Grace Avenue, Max. I was
Yes.
Exactly. On
Grace
East
Avenue.
Chester. I lived on East
And I
Chester.
left I left from East Chester, then I went down to where we lived at the corner of Gundale. I remember that street, 3003, whatever the street name. And I remember the name of the street, but it was right at the corner of Gundale, right next to the Chase Bank at Gundale, right there. And
Oh,
I
I
found
know.
myself reminiscing so
Givens.
deep that I was looking at the furniture as reminisce how they were situated in each of the space that I was. Seriously, until we moved to where we are. And I did that. I don't know why I was doing, but I was just looking back. But I was looking back of all the places that I've lived, and the differences, of course, and the improvement, the improvement of each time that we moved, the improvement that we had. And I held my head up and I said, "Thank you, Lord. I feel so blessed and so accomplished, and I feel very happy to where I'm at right now. And I know I've come from far because I'm coming from where I slept on the floor in my sister-in-law's house." So when I see him and I said, "This must be God and nobody else." I mean, when you make plans, you shouldn't just make them and sit on them, and you shouldn't procrastinate in life, because a lot of us do that. We have something that we want to do and we put off and we get all and never get it done. I've always wanted to do music. I know I'm doing what I like and what I love and what I enjoy, and I just say, thank God.
Yeah.
Yes,
Full
yes.
circle.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yes,
Lorna
full
says,
circle.
my God really is my savior. My college secretary took me to the mall since my shoes was broken. I had money, but other things was priority.
Priority.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
understand that. Eval says, pardon me for being personal. Lord, thank you for the past that have led me to the present with my awesome wife. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. All right now.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. Yes.
Amen.
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 Amen again.
This made me laugh.
Sister Morrison says, when I was growing up, my mom gave me food in the enamel chip plate. I would cry. It
Yes.
was looking ugly. I buy China. That is what I eat from. If it's cheap, I'm throwing them away. I hate chip or plate.
Me too. We can't manage it.
But you know, go after a while, it's like there's a picnic. If the cup never have on a chip on it, you wonder if it's all right.
I don't know what that.
Listen, you remember this sound? You remember that sound when you chip it the first time?
Yes,
You
man.
remember the sound?
And it made a popping, popping sound.
Like a ching
Yes.
sound.
Yeah, and a popping
Yes,
sound
Lord
follows
have
it.
mercy, me I get lick me chip up the cup.
But I can say that we never had chip up cup. No. I never had chip
But
up
we
cup.
did that. You have chip up.
And then
Chip
they
up
have to
enamel.
solder it. Solder it. They have to
Chip
solder
out
it.
at the
Right,
bottom, chip up at the pot
right,
where you drink
Terence?
from chip
Yes,
everywhere.
yes. Paul said
Yeah.
he had chip up cup.
Whatever.
He had
The
chip up
enamel.
cup. But he said, over his life, marriage and so on, he had stepped up from the chip up cup. So
Done the chip up. You know, I want me to pick the chip up. The chocolate in a chip up cup. The Lord.
But not the sweet, so not true, Max.
Hey. Sit down for a step. Sit down for a step.
The chip up
That dining table,
have
dining table,
experience.
dining table, round dining table of a foreigner.
Lord Jesus. But our faith, I believe our faith has helped us to forgive ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Our
And
faith
forgive
has
our parents too, because,
Yes, and to forgive those who wronged us,
Mm-hmm.
healing. We could ask what healing looks like for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As the same people who either spoke something to us, we just have to say, well, hey, me move on. That was then, that forgiveness.
Yes.
That you have to
Yeah.
say.
Mhm.
I always say when people say something to you, look who it coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Look,
Makes a lot of sense.
look
Yes.
who is it coming from.
Yes.
It could be
Right.
their circumstances, right? That cause them to think a certain way
Mm-hmm.
and relate to people a certain way
Yes.
Yes.
because they're not enjoying anything to
Yes.
them.
Yes. And sometimes too, in communities growing up, we were victims of evil projections.
Mhm.
There was a
Uh-huh.
lot of evil.
Yep.
I know I was a victim of a lot of evil projections. A lot.
Yes.
They would just see you and just want bad mind you just so
Mhm.
Just so.
because so and so. It's
Mhm.
not something you who created. You just happen to be in that space.
Mhm.
Yes.
But there it was. It was just heaped
Hey,
upon
Dor.
you. And but for the grace of God, here we are.
Morning, Dory. Good to
Yes.
see you over here on Saturday morning. She says, I remember the man always come on Saturday to mend them. The cup.
Disorder them.
Yes. Father, yes. I remember.
Dar, I solder they solder it. Right?
Yes.
Father.
Mhm.
There would be a run. A Sada man a come, Sada man
Come.
a come.
And then
They bring out
it
the
have a
plate and the
bump.
cup where I leak.
And Chimmy.
And the chimney.
Chimmy wash pan, wash tub, picture.
So
Everything we watch. Everything we chip on a leak.
Eval will share with us, when he was growing up, because they were poor. In his mindset, he did not like that life. He
Mhm.
never liked it. He would go to library. And I guess he had looked a certain way, like him come from Upso. But
DNT.
Well, which library
But
was
it come from
St.
uptown.
James?
From
he said
uptown
like he
picnic.
come from uptown, but still he never liked the country life and the poverty. He never liked it.
He had a rich mindset.
Yes.
But you know what? I didn't even know we were poor. I didn't know we were poor.
Me
No.
neither. We never know we were poor. We never know the word.
Everybody lived the same way, and the house look almost all the homes look the same way. The most of when I discovered that we were really poor when we go to high school, Mr. Ratted, people live different and look different. Girls of the year when girls of the year when press and come up in a one and then shoe shine like $1 piece. And here I am, and I look so great. But then I picked up on that because that inspired me to want to look like them. So I started doing differently. I would invest.
Okay, thank you. I'm closing out, but yes, I grew up poor by terms of what poverty was then, but we never were hungry.
Yes.
We were always well kept, and we had the best food, and I had the most love ever. So that
Okay.
put that in there. But I don't know. I just kind of felt I was born in the wrong house.
But you see what was priority for him in that time, though.
Here's the thing, though. I never really had a reference. I didn't have a TV to say, okay, me want to be like that, or I never had that. But deep within me,
It was right in your spirit.
I was very miserable. I was very miserable. I hated bush. I hated walking barefoot.
No, sir.
You didn't get that too. Trust me,
No,
Evan, I
seriously,
understand what you're saying.
I tell you, Max, you and I have a lot in common. But here's the thing. I remember my mother used to say, "Me don't know where you come from. You're going like you're Lord Beaverbrook." But I grew with Lord Beaverbrook, you know, a lord from England. And I said, I never had a reference really, but I couldn't. I didn't like plastic cups. I didn't like. I would die to go bush Sherns. I used to go to the library, Cornwall Regional, the library in Mobay, Sherns.
James Library.
Oh God, yes, man. I would.
What a Karawat. They're home in never see you.
It was
That's
my
what-
refuge.
That was me and Ralph rendezvous spot, you know.
Oh Lord, the wall out there.
Don't tell nobody.
Saltfish are good for the soul.
because my school was right up the hill.
I
So
know. I
you
know.
Okay.
Mount Alvernia.
Well, so yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I never had a reference to say me a copy that, but I really thought that I never belong. I don't belong here. And yes, we did have a certain look, Jackie. I mean, I know, but and so I used to even hide. You know, when I was going to Harrison, I ended up with the rich kids and them things. I made it rich. Made have the look.
Yeah, you had the look.
And the look.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That is look.
Harrison
want-
was a very good school, though. Harrison
Yes.
was a very good school.
I'm well refined for that.
Yeah.
But hear this now.
Fake it till you make it.
You know,
Pretend
sometimes
so you're
your friends don't want to go on with you. Me always go in a library. Me always.
Yeah.
Me know me
Yeah.
never care if anybody did rich or poor.
I
'cause me know
was
say
conscious and
nobody never nicer than me.
yeah.
And me never rich. I mean, I know, and then like the kids who did have money, I would say, them they gravitate to me, but me never really care if them didn't have anything. And them remind me about that up to now. It's like, who are you? You're not better than me, no matter what you are.
Right.
It's like I
Well, I was
my
confident
business,
though.
me talk to everybody. I was very neutral, and I think
Jackie, your self-esteem did buck. Full volume.
and don't you dare mess with anybody around me or anybody with me like you go and get it.
You
You
know,
understand? I never.
as I said earlier, it's amazing how our past have brought us together, so we can laugh today. And as
Yeah.
I hear the different pieces, I hear Max and I'm like, whoa, I can walk in their shoes. And I hear Sharon and I'm like, I know all the road, some of the road that Sharon's that's traveled.
Yeah.
You know, but here we are, you know, and so to wrap this up, you know, the Bible tells us, let us forget the things that are behind us and press towards the mark of the higher calling, because God didn't make a plan, didn't make a mistake. He had a plan. I'm preaching. I'm getting off. Hallelujah. Thank God for what he has done. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Yes. So
Amen.
let's wrap up.
Amen.
Someone call 911, please.
All right, Lord Beaverbrook. Okay. So Ryan says, poor high class CEO.
We're high class. No, sir.
Gentlemen, we're going to wrap up.
119 for calling.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
But,
as we are
awesome.
closing up, you know, we're glad that you were able to join us. We're happy because we could have do something else. But you know, when we have these conversations, it's really to say, no matter who you see moving around, walking on this earth, we all have a story to share.
Yes.
And when we share our stories, other people can say, well, I shouldn't feel bad about my situation. There is hope for me.
Yes.
Oh Lord, the panel reminds me of a show called Girlfriends. If
I
people
remember
ban the
Girlfriends.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember Girlfriends.
I remember Girlfriends.
Yes.
Right. So, you know, we just want everybody to pick yourselves up, dust yourself off, and roll. Roll.
Yes.
God give us all the gift of life, He has given us, we use the word loosely a lot of times, but we have the potential to do so much and
Right.
to achieve. And you don't have
Yes.
to be eyeballing somebody else's achievement, but you tap into the gift that you know you have.
Mhm.
We have said it
Yes.
before, the very thing that burning you in your craw that you want to do and feel you're too old now, you can't bother. When I say people who are graduate with degree in them 90s and
Oh
80s.
yeah.
Yes, I've seen too many of that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to school. I went back to school at 53.
There you
There you
go,
go.
girl.
I get my nursing. I turn nurse and I work as nurse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never too
There
old
you
to
go.
learn.
And I
Move
can
on with
say
what you love doing.
I am not a formally trained broadcaster, but I have the gift and the talent,
Use it. Yes.
and I
And the
am
know-how.
using what the Lord give me.
Yes. Don't sit on it.
Don't sit there.
Yeah.
Parker says, I was a middle class growing up. We have TV, dinner set, table, refrigerator. We never use paper plates. See, you know?
All right then, Parker.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we did have the first Kersenal fridge in the district.
Kerosene fridge.
Well, remember, say I
Yes.
just did
We,
this.
we, did, we did have the ice truck. We did have the ice truck out of
And the
Clonmel.
ice come out tasting like Kersenal. Think
Then of course.
King says, okay, Queen, then just pull you out of the grip, indeed. Yes. But, you know, pull yourselves up, man, and don't think negative. Find people positive minded people.
Maxine. No, me have to drive come and Georgia come look for you. You know, some people, say I have not met Maxine. Maxine and I have never met. I mean, apart from being on the show. So you see how
I
life
know,
has brought
Sharon.
us
And
together.
Max and Sharon's don't meet either.
And Max and
Me
Sharon
and Sharon
don't
don't meet
meet.
them either. No. I'm time for to come and Georgia after all. Only
Yeah.
have to up on the
Aye, them I work me so much now, Lux. They can't do it without me. They not even want me leave to get a little day off. But thanks be to
Hard
God.
to required.
Yes.
Yes. So, you know, encouragement all round, ladies and gentlemen. Encourage. Max, need to come to New
Yes.
York, please. There you have it.
All right. Now come on, New York.
The call is out,
I've
Max.
been there since 2018. I've been there since 2018. Yeah, a time for come.
All
That's
right.
true.
All right.
So,
Me have to
ladies,
shimmy now,
your final comments. Let's wrap up.
Well, let me just say our past. So this is a famous saying. I don't remember where it came from because sometimes I can't remember my references. I remember the words. I
Yes.
don't remember. But it says our past is a teacher. It's not a prison. So
I
let's
like that.
Yeah, and
I
that's
like that.
Mhm.
I like that. And be willing to use the experiences of the past to shape the future. Yeah.
One of my favorite thoughts is laugh at your mistakes, but learn from them. Whatever mistakes you made in the past, don't live on it, don't dwell on it, don't make it change who you are. Just move forward positively and remember to love yourself first every single time. Thank you.
And for me, you know, looking back is not weakness. It's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regret is not
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah. Because
It's skill.
just look at us now.
So let me repeat. Looking back is not weakness, it's wisdom. Regret is not failure, it's fuel. And
Yes.
dreams delayed are not dreams denied. So walk forward with grace, with courage. And if you have the bun and cheese in your bag, or you have to go blow the coal stove, or you're going to light you're going to turn on your electric and you're going to do your thing and jump in your car and what have you. But remember that everything we do, we should always feel good about ourselves.
Yeah.
Always aim to look to feel good about ourselves.
Mm.
Because we won't
Yep.
be of any use to anybody. And I think that's why you find a lot of broken relationships, because if people are not good to themselves, or they are
You can give it to
high-minded
somebody
or
else.
so on, they impact the other person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So we love Ono, and we're not perfect beings. So can we just remind each other, if you're expecting
Yes.
perfection or your expectations are too high, you have to kind of pull that in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull that.
Yes.
We had gotten a session when we went to or attended our first marriage retreat, and Pastor Peart presented on faith-based relationship. And we have not forgotten that. You have to give people grace
Mm-hmm.
and to be able
Yeah.
to understand each other. So,
Yes.
Governor, you know, we are going along about we business, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, come go.
May I go in?
No, take off
Yeah,
my
come go.
skirt.
If you are going to your bed, go and go sleep.
Me I come. Me I go take off my blouse
Yeah,
and put on my yard blouse. Me I go take off my good blouse and
Show
put
you,
on.
to show you that it is I and not AI. This is a skirt.
a skirt. There you have it.
Lord, Lord, wow, look at that. Ladies, you gotta control these ladies.
No, sir.
No wrong. Wanna see we're creative. Okay.
Yes, I love it.
Jackie, you take away this morning. There you have it.
What thing with the TV business, you know? You all you have is put your up your son. You no matter what go on downstairs. You could be butt naked downstairs, but put your up on top.
You step back in the past and you wanted to be a designer. You still have a chance to become a designer. Just draw for your skirt.
Of course.
But Jackie did use a pants. You know, use a pants, Jackie.
One time, yes.
One
A
time
pink
you
pants. I think we're wearing pink.
Scarf.
I think we're wearing pink. I should have no pink top and use the pants and make a top.
Yeah.
It's called creativity, girl.
Anyhow, me a come go in, go long round, good
You
on.
can go. You're going to eat me tea.
All right, enjoy yourself.
We go fry 2 fritters.
Flitters.
All right, enjoy.
Fry 2 fritters.
All right.
Flitter.
Well, thanks
All right,
everybody.
take care.
Girls, blessings to you.
Blessings, co-producer.
Love no. Bye, producer. Say
Love
hi
no,
to Brother Ralph. Sharon's
I
and
will.
condolences. I mean,
They have
Say hi to Norman.
festival, so
All of that.
I'm heading over there now.
Hail
So,
up
ladies,
Norman.
I will. This is what I told you. I bought. This is to store my songs and my whatever you have on my phone. I bought it about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't done the work to put them over yet. So
Yes,
that's why I'm having issue with it. But this is the
Norman,
device.
you need to, yes, I move them things out.
I have to sit down to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do that
So,
too. Okay.
blessings, everybody.
Ta-ta.
All right.
Here.
Take
All
care.
All right.
If you could live your life all over again, what would you do differently? That's the topic on Saturday morning runnings this Saturday, November 15 at 10 o'clock. Listen, sometimes you just have to look on the journey and understand how to move forward stronger. A time to reflect, laugh, heal, and a time to talk through, right? So grab your coffee and your cerasee tea and your plate of ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling and come up with chill and chat. Jump in the live chat, drop your thoughts, invite your friends, and let's just have one good big discussion as a big family. What would you do differently if you should live your life all over again? Come, let's chat.
ready for real talk and powerful conversations? Then subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube, where culture meets commentary and the diaspora speaks loud and clear. Don't just scroll. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and tap the bell so you never miss a moment. From laughter to legacy, it's all happening here. Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Mawnin runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. it's Satideh Mawnin runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Mawnin runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive.